Hi Pisces, and welcome to your November 2021 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky, coming on to talk to you in a very calm and relaxing way about your beautiful month of November. I hope that you guys are really excited for the oncoming month. I think it's going to be a beautiful healing opportunity for you. How does the universe sometimes pull in healing opportunities? Well, sometimes it comes through an accident. Sometimes it comes through a difficult experience or trauma. And then sometimes, like in your case right now, Pisces, it comes through self-honesty, okay? So we have a new honesty with self coming up for you this month. And we have a new need to celebrate how far you've come, okay? So honesty and celebration are the two main things coming up for you this month. And I'm so happy to be delivering this message to you because I'm feeling Pisces coming out of the month of October of 2021 with regret or with even like a clumsiness or a lack in trust of themselves. So it's like, I don't trust myself to get some of this together. I don't trust that I've done things right. I don't trust that my life consists of, the right choices. And November of 2021 is going to remove that construct from your life. This is really interesting to me. Basically, what I'm feeling is that November of 2021, Scorpio season especially, so up till the 21st of November, is going to remind you of why you're like living emotionally. Like it's going to really reinvigorate you, and it's going to have you walking away from a few things too, making a few choices and returning to nature to some degree too. So we've got a few complex cards here. We've got 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands. Those 4 especially, but then also 2 of Pentacles and the Moon as sort of medium scale hard lines. There are some hard lines for you this month. Some like things that you've maybe boxed yourself into too extremely. Like you might have over-focused one of your talents to the point that it like dominates your life and you don't have room for a lot of other things. So you might want to understand how you could, in a very powerful way, free up some of your time, walk away from a few things, optimize a few things, understanding when something is and is not kind anymore. One of the things that Pisces does not love to do is make a decision. So we've got that 2 of Pentacles coming up. We've got the Moon coming up. We've got a need to make a decision, though we are really lingering in that wavering in between place. This is going to end in November, so you're probably not going to enter into December feeling like you're still wavering. And what does that mean, Pisces? To know that like by December, you're going to like make a decision, or you're going to have a new peace in the commitments that you've already made and not question it so much anymore. Well, it means that there could be a few little harsh stops or like bumping into things or something as the universe tries to like wake you up to the gift that you have, to the benevolence that you have, or to the need to stop that, to make a decision. And sometimes it's better to make any decision than to waver. Let me tell you, the year of 2021 has been about wavering archetype. One day I'm really happy with the decisions I've made, and the next day I want to be changing, and it zooms back and forth between those things. And that's what your cards are indicating for me this month, is you're going to be overcoming that through facing it head on now. So I feel like you've also got some healing to do in November. I feel like your psyche might be a little beat up right now, just to put it non-diplomatically. Like you kind of have been a little bit beat up by these last few months psychically as a Pisces person, and here you are needing to heal that. So how do we do that? Maybe we go to a few less engagements. Maybe we take on a little bit less. Maybe we, in a way, do bare minimum so that our body can heal. And with that, maybe we can really treasure what we have now instead of trying so hard to push in a new level. Okay? So this is definitely a matter of relationship with time. So do I treasure my present moment? Do I future trip? Do I past trip? And how can I become more present oriented as a person is a lot of what your month is about. Let's go ahead and jump into your week to week so I can kind of understand this a little bit more clearly. So the first week of November, Pisces, you have the Five of Swords rooted down by the Two of Pentacles. We kind of have to decide whether we're going to be on a high horse, whether we're going to be the kind person or the mean person, whether we're going to be the egotistical or humble person. A lot of that is coming up now because I think that you've had a lot of success, okay? And you've had an elevation as a Pisces in some way. And now it's like, do we take it in stride? Do we, I don't know, buy a new luxury car just because we have that now? Or do we kind of keep things small? I would recommend keeping things as small as possible. And as a squirrel prepares for winter with acorns, why not have a little bit of a surplus in your life, whether that's time, money, or energy? What a beautiful time to have a surplus. Wow, rare. Rare to not be in a deficit or struggling to make ends meet right now. And I feel that Pisces is actually one of the signs that can, by calming their mind down, have surplus easily. And you might have to choose that in the first week of November, though. Maybe that means maybe that means a downsizing, or maybe that means a different progression through the next year or so than we thought, but I would give it to yourself. Week 2, you have 8 of Cups rooted down by 8. Ooh, a double 8, 8 of Swords, double infinity, double 8. That means that you have something timeless, okay, in the second week of November. I think it means you're figuring something out. I think it means that you are proven by the universe to have been wrong about a worst case scenario. And I also think there's about 7 things you got to walk away from too. And you got to take that blindfold off and you got to see it for what it is. You got to make a big call for you and your future while not rejecting the benevolence that the current or previous things have given you. Also, there's a sealing like S-E-A-L-I-N-G, sealing. There's a sealing off of some type of experience. So I will say that there's maybe a difficulty in backing out of something at this point in time, though that's helpful to you. It's not like entrapment. It's not being trapped by something, though you can perceive it like that, but it's a good thing in the sense that it also secures you and stabilizes you and protects you from something. So this could be like forming that business, okay? This could be like really officializing stuff. On one hand, wow, look at how real this is and look at how much commitment there is there, but also look at what it gives me and look at what it means to have it as well. Shifting into optimism could be interesting, and optimizing things, optimizing things to the point where it's as easy as it can be and delivers as much value as it can too. And that's double infinity. That's infinite type of benevolence. Week 3, the moon rooted down by 7 of Wands. Okay. You could be on guard when you don't have to be. You could be building up walls to something that's not even a threat to you. You could be identifying something as a threat that's not. And this is when the universe has us like bumping into things. It has us like clumsy. It has us knocking stuff over as like wake-up calls. And they get kind of like incrementally more severe. It's like one day we accidentally stub our toe, and then the next day we trip over something, and then the next day there's like a narrowly avoided like car accident or something, and then the next day, if you're like Sky, you have a fender bender, okay? And then this is like the universe kind of incrementally saying, get it together. This is like the universe kind of incrementally saying, you need to be here where you're at instead of off a million miles away on some type of intangible thought process. We really have to get present, blindfold, 8 of Swords. We're covering our eyes. We're not seeing things. Yeah. So, third week, I'm sensing just so many of you being like on guard to things you don't have to be on guard with. an elusive or illusion-based enemy, an enemy that doesn't exist. We have to be very careful here. We have to be very on guard to this tendency as well, where when you've finally gotten your life so well together, you know, and you don't have problems to a huge degree anymore. I mean, no life is problem-free, but there are lives that have a few less problems than others. Once you really start getting there, we need to be celebrating that, right, instead of creating new problems out of nothing, okay? This is where psychological habits and psychological patterns, and even perhaps a need to be in a therapist's office instead of on YouTube, but yes, that could be indicated as well. Like if you can't let go of certain things, if you can't keep things problem-free, okay? Make note of it and try in the third week of November, or maybe make a pact by yourself, like by the calendar new year at the latest. I need to know that my life is together enough for me not to worry so much. And I need to take some deliberate action here and now to get it there. And then if I'm still feeling worry, let's really figure out how we can overcome that then. Week 4, you've got 4 of Wands. You're down by 9 of Wands. Okay, hard-won victories, hard-won celebrations. You need to celebrate in the 4th week of November. Happy Sagittarius season. It's a nice time of year for you. I would take time to really revere the stride, the incremental progress, the bit-by-bit expansion that you've had over the last few years, and seeing like what it means for you now. At the same time, 9 of Wands being such a prevalent card this year, we're making something harder than it has to be. We're finding ourselves on paths that we didn't anticipate to be so difficult. We are maybe a bit out of shape to be in the place that we're in. We are maybe running 10 miles when we should only be running 2 miles. Things like that too. So 4 of Wands above it says that you are overcoming that and says that you are celebrating it. But it's like, would you work 70 hours a week just to celebrate that in December of 2021? Or could you work, 30 hours a week and celebrate that? Like, why does it have to be, why do we only associate celebration with the result of some type of mean labor that we put ourselves through? Okay, it's food for thought. Maybe we could celebrate without having to overdo ourselves so much. We don't want to be burnt out in 2022. Let me tell you, that's when most of us need to be at an apex of output. So try to anticipate that at this point in time too. And let's talk more about that in your extended reading, Pisces. Let's talk more about preparing you for a super, super awesome year of 2022. We'll talk a little bit about that. And we'll also talk about getting things easier, because something's too difficult right now. Also, I feel that some of you are anticipating problems that are non-problems. So let's figure that out in your extended. It'll be linked below and in the center of your screen now. Have a great month ahead, Pisces. Thank you. Bye.